You already know this is my favorite day of the week, not only because it's Friday, but also because we get to learn tons and tons of things about CRB. So this is CRB 101 coming live every single Friday, 11 a.m. on our Facebook page, Metropol CRB. We are also live on our YouTube channel, Metropol TV Kenya. Kama kawaida, I am never alone. Always having guests around just to help us understand different topics around CRB. So in the recent past, we've been talking a lot about disputes, like you get your CRB credit report and there are things that you're disputing on the report. Unaona pale kuna loan imewekwa pale na sio yako and stuff like that. So today we are here to talk more about disputes again. But huwezi dispute kama hujapata credit report yako. So the first thing you need to do is to dial *433# or go to Cristobal or Android on Google Store, download our Cristobal app, get your credit report, look through it keenly, see if there are any anomalies that you can dispute. But to say the least, today we are joined by one registrar of Tatua Center, Hannah Ndarwa. Now, she's going to help us know what Tatua Center is, but karibu sana, Hannah.
Thank you,
Really
Alan.
good to have you here.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for coming through. Thank you for kukubali kutusaidia kuelewa hizi mambo.
That's my pleasure.
That's your pleasure. Yeah. So you can just introduce yourself before we jump straight into it.
Thank you and good morning, everyone. My name is Hannah Ndarwa. I am the registrar at Tatua Center. I hope some of you, or majority of you, have heard about it.
Majority of you have heard about it. That one I am sure, because we have quite a number of disputes here at Metropol. You already know that we have a dispute office that deals with all the issues that are there on your credit report. But Tatua Center is also another body that deals with the same. Now, that is why the registrar at Tatua Center, Hannah Ndarwa, is here just to help us understand deeply or more about this. So Hannah, without wasting more time, if someone is hearing about Tatua Center for the first time today, what is Tatua Center or who are Tatua Center?
Okay. I hope you all understand about CRB disputes. And so there is a level to which you get, and perhaps your institution or your bank has told you that the information at the bureau is correct and we do not wish to change it. And you're still not satisfied with that situation. And now we come in as Tatua Center, which is an ADR center. ADR means alternative dispute resolution. Alternative to what? Alternative to court. And so instead of you being quick to rush to court, which may take you a lot of money and time, you come to Tatua Center at that point, and we are able to bring you and your bank or your lending institution together, and we are able to talk about it. Yes, so we are an alternative dispute resolution center.
An alternative dispute resolution center.
Yeah.
Most of our customers, this is their first point of contact. If they have a dispute, they lodge it with us.
Yes.
So I know that sometimes they are not happy with the outcome. So now Tatua Center is providing that platform where they can go and dispute further, isn't it?
Yes.
So just as you've said, I know Tatua Center was established, of course, because of a reason or two. So would you kindly help us understand or take us through a brief history of Tatua Center, how it came to be?
Okay. Some of you may know that the CRB mechanism started around 2008, 2009.
Yes.
And so what happened is that a lot of us Kenyans were up in arms because we were not very happy with the information that was being shared, especially at that time. Because if Alan, you can remember, that was a negative only database.
Yes.
So you would not be there if you're paying your loan as scheduled.
Yes.
But then the moment you fail to pay as scheduled, you are taken there. So that is how even the name blacklist was generated by the brilliant Kenyans that we are. And so in 2013, the law was changed. And so we started sharing both good and bad.
Yes.
But back to that situation of negative, people went to court a lot to challenge their information at the bureau, the accuracy of that information,
Yeah.
constitutionality of that information.
Yes.
And so there was a myriad of court cases
Yeah.
that, and many banks and CRBs were all over in court defending the process and the mechanism.
Yeah.
And so we came together as players within the sector and led by the Kenya Bankers Association then, because it was a bank-only database at that point.
Yes.
And so we asked ourselves, what do we do to ensure that Kenyans are not, feeling threatened by this mechanism? They are not feeling like now they have to keep going to court to challenge their information at the bureau.
Yeah.
And we brought in together experts.
Yeah.
And they did a report, and they recommended that let us establish an ADR process. And so that is how Tatua Center was established in the year 2014 as an ADR center that would help customers resolve their CRB-related disputes.
Okay.
We have since grown beyond the CRB disputes.
Yeah.
We now handle beyond that, but that's how we were established.
That is how Tatua Center was established. And I must say that we've come from somewhere as a country, especially in credit information
and
sharing.
We are getting better.
And we are getting better by day. So you have just said that alternative dispute resolution is not the only thing that Tatua Center does, is it?
Yes.
So what are some of the services that Tatua Center offers?
Okay, so apart from resolving the disputes, which is our major thing anyway,
yes,
because that is why we exist, to help resolve your CRB dispute. And I would like to actually appreciate Metropol.
Yes.
Because once you go through the Metropol dispute resolution process, because that is what the law provides, that once you get your credit report, which is the beginning point, if you do not agree with the content of the credit report, then you dispute with the bureau. Yes. And so the bureau is supposed to write a letter to your institution, and that span of 21 days with the institution should get back to the bureau and say either correct this, delete this, or retain this.
Yes.
And so once they say retain this, then as Tatua Center now we come in to help you resolve that dispute if you're still not happy about it. And we bring you together in the letter, same table, and we sit down and discuss. But apart from that, we do a lot of training on consumer protection. We do a lot of training on the ADR processing, because ADR is enshrined in the Constitution, and then it comes down to the Banking Act, to so many other acts of Parliament, and so it has a place in our community. And so we teach about ADR, we capacity build institutions to be able to embrace ADR, and especially also to give you responses that are accurate, because unfortunately for many institutions, I think people are very busy.
Yeah.
So when customers raise these complaints, there may not be that specific person who is keen to look through the disputes. So we build the capacity of our institutions to be able to handle those disputes. We also educate consumers. We have had, like now, this platform, and we've had a few radio campaigns just to ensure that people out there, they are aware. Because if you're not aware, how do we help you?
And they also get the correct information.
So generally, we train and we do the dispute resolution.
I love it that you train people, because that awareness is very important. Now, if you're here and you've had issues with your credit report, probably you borrowed, and or maybe you look at your report and you get a loan that you didn't borrow, or you paid, it was not completed, this is for you. So if you're here, please share this live feed with your friends and your family. We are live on Facebook, Metropol CRB. We're also live on our YouTube channel, Metropol TV Kenya. Now, Hannah, I love that you said that you love what Metropol is doing, and we feel the same about Tatua, because you're partners in this. And I know that Metropol is licensed by the CBK to do the business that we do. Now, is CIS Kenya established under any statute?
Okay, let me first explain, because now the viewers must be hearing CIS Kenya and hearing Tatua Center.
Tatua Center,
Let me first explain the relationship between the two.
Yes.
So CIS Kenya means Credit Information Sharing Association of Kenya.
Yes.
It's an association registered as a society, voluntary membership. And so we have a membership base.
Yes.
And so those members are the ones who introduced the concept of it and brought about establishment of Tatua Center. But for purposes of independence, Tatua Center also got its own life and was established as a separate legal entity.
Yes.
And CIS Kenya itself is registered as a society under the Societies Act, and now it has members. So for members of CIS Kenya, we resolve their CRB related disputes at no cost because it's a value.
No cost at all.
No cost
So
at all.
if you have any
any issue,
related issues, 0 shillings.
0 shillings.
Okay.
Yeah.
Important information.
So is that relationship clear now?
Very
so
clear.
Tatua Center itself is a separate legal entity from CIS Kenya, and it is established as a company.
It is established as a company under the laws of the
Yes,
country.
under the Companies Act.
Under the Companies Act.
Yes.
I want to take your back, Kidogo, when you said, when you talked about protection, and there's an similar issues. Let me give an example. Mtu ametumia kitambulisho changu kuregister SIM card yake. All right? And then they get a loan using the SIM card. But this SIM card is registered under my ID. All right? Which means the details of that loan are under my ID. I had a recent case that this loan was overdue for more than 10 years.
10 years.
Yes. My ID, because it was used, when I deposited funds in my account, the funds were deducted.
In your M-Pesa account?
From my M-Pesa account. Now, when I asked, they said they deducted to repay a loan that was taken in 2014. What can you comment about that?
Okay. So first of all, I would say there is a statute called limitation of action.
Yes.
And it applies for contract. So a loan agreement, a loan arrangement is a contract. And so you are supposed, according to that act, to claim that money or claim the benefit of that contract within a span of 6 years.
6 years.
So if you do not come and claim, then you are time barred. Even if you went to court, you wouldn't recover that money because there is the time lapse.
Okay.
But now here is a situation where money is available, and so it has been recovered against the statute.
Yes.
And what I would do is I would go to the bureau again. Is it a listing issue, by the way? Or is just a recovery? So if I am listed on that account, I would now go and dispute based on the Statutory Limitations Act. And say I dispute this recovery because the time has lapsed. But I also want still a catcher. We do not want to have a catcher of people not paying their debts anyway. So I don't know why in the first place the debt is not paid. Because as a good citizen, you should pay the loans that you take. But now in the current situation, I would encourage that person to file their dispute with you.
Yes.
Go through the whole dispute process. So Metropol does indicate in the letter that they give customers, telling them that we have gone through the dispute process. Institution, the person who lent you money, has indicated to us that we should obtain this information. In the letter, they also tell you, if you still do not agree with this possession, contact the center, and they provide our number and everything.
Yes.
So I request such a person to follow the dispute process because legally that debt is not recoverable.
Yeah, one good thing that you've mentioned that I like it is it's a good practice that when you borrow a loan, please make sure that you pay it in good time. That is a good practice. I want to take you back a little to Credit Information Sharing Association of Kenya. You've just helped us understand the difference between Tatua Center and CIS Kenya. Now, who are the stakeholders of CIS Kenya?
Okay, so CIS Kenya, being a member-based association, draws its membership from the banking sector. So like all the banks are members of CIS Kenya.
Okay.
We also have, the association also has deposit-taking circles and non-deposit-taking circles.
Yes.
It also has what we call the microfinance banks.
Yes.
It has digital lenders. So it is beyond the bank because, of course, we know that the credit information sharing has long gone with banks. So we have circles sharing information, credit-only microfinance institutions.
Yes.
Basically, and so membership is open to everybody who gives credit. But because membership is voluntary by virtue of the association being a society, not everybody has joined the association, but I would say that we have representation from every sector that
From every
offers
sector.
credit in this country.
So there is stakeholding and there's membership.
Yes.
So-
Stakeholders include now the Central Bank of Kenya, because
Yes.
of course we work together to develop the data sharing template.
Yes.
We work together in terms of amending the regulations. So like now, if our viewers have any comment, have anything that they can say, we need this to improve our framework, then we take that comment, we are able to pass it on and discuss with CBK, which is the one that facilitates that legal amendment,
Okay.
the legal amendment.
Okay.
So our stakeholders also include now bureaus who are also our members
Yes.
at the same time as CIS Kenya. And we also have other parties that are interested in the CIS mechanism generally, even if they are not credit providers.
Even if they are
Yeah.
credit providers.
Yeah.
So we just talked about membership, and I wanted to know, can a non-member, because I know they are non-members, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
So can
Many
a
of them.
non-member refer a dispute to CIS?
Tatua?
Or Tatua, yes.
Yes, even if you're not a member of CIS Kenya, we will handle your dispute. The difference is that we will charge you.
Yes.
So for members, we do not offer it at a fee,
Yeah,
because
as you
it
had
is a
said
value
earlier.
addition.
Okay.
But for non-members, we do charge. So if you're a customer of our non-member institution, you will pay 1,000 shillings only,
Only.
and we will bring us your dispute.
So 1,000
Then on the
shillings for
side
one
of the
case.
institution,
Yes.
we charge per session.
Per
It is
session.
very unlikely that we will hear your dispute or mediate your dispute by way of like having 3 sessions. It's
Yes.
very unlikely.
Very
The
unlikely.
maximum we do.
Okay.
So if we are charging an institution, for example, 10,000, which
Yes.
is what we charge per session, you will pay 20,000.
For
If
this.
that dispute was to go to court, you would probably be paying in terms of hardware.
True.
So it's really a cost-saving platform.
It is, eh?
Yeah.
Which is a good thing,
Yeah.
that you provide alternative dispute resolution at very cost-friendly prices.
Yeah.
So for non-members, how can one become a member of Tatua Kenya or
Or
CIS
CIS
Kenya?
Kenya.
Yeah.
Now, if you are offering credit, you would only need to log into CIS Kenya at www.cis .co.ke. Sorry,
www.
.ciskenya.co.ke.
Okay.
And then you see membership and the requirements.
On the requirements.
Yeah,
On
but at the
on
same time, membership is voluntary, and you do not have to be a member for us to resolve your disputes.
Yeah.
But then, remember, you get it for free, so it's an advantage.
It's an advantage.
Yeah.
So are there any mechanisms that Tatua Kenya have put in place to handle disputes or errors in credit information?
So what happens is that once, for example, Metropol tells you your lender has told us to retain the information assessed. If you're not satisfied, come to Tatua Center. You will come to Tatua Center. We have different categories of members of the public. Some are just not aware. So someone will come and tell me, I'm disputing the fact that my information is still at the bureau 5 years down the line, and I know the regulations, the law says that a bureau should keep that information for 5 years. But is that what the law says? It doesn't say so.
Doesn't say so.
The law says that the information will be retained at the bureau for 5 years since the date of last payment. So you must have paid. If you don't pay, your information will be perpetuated at the bureau. For example.
And that is a very big case that we get here.
Yeah.
And I think it's an assumption that people think that you had this loan for 10 years, you've not paid for it, delete it from my credit report. But you've not even attempted to pay.
Yes.
So I like it that you brought it up, that it is only deleted from your credit report 5 years from the date of last payment.
Yes.
Very important.
Very important.
Okay.
So such a customer will come and will tell them, look at, it's about 5 years since the date of settlement.
Yes.
So you have not settled this. If you settle it today, then after 5 years you will be delisted. Your information will be expunged from your record.
Yes.
So that is a customer that just needs awareness, and that customer will walk home. They are happy and they are aware.
Yeah.
There is another category that they are not able to get through the bank or their lending institution.
Yeah.
And so because of membership, we will be able to call this institution, and they will be able maybe to clarify what the customer is looking for.
Yeah.
And that will be done.
Yeah.
There's another category where now it is a real dispute. And so you agree on the amount you owe, maybe you're even have fully paid, And so the bank now has to bring in their documentation, and you have to bring in your documentation. So that is now what we call mediation. We sit in a round table like this. The bank produces its documents, we produce yours, and we have a discussion, and we agree. And I can assure you that mediation is an informal process. So
Yeah.
it is not like we'll tell you come in a suit, come dress, or come with this level of evidence. It
Yes.
is a very friendly environment. We'll even give you tea.
Tea.
And so we will have
Oh,
a discussion, like
okay.
a friendly discussion.
Yes.
And I'll give you the figures,
Yes.
but 95% chance is that you will walk away happy and the dispute will have been resolved. And all of you will be happy, including you will continue banking with your institution and maybe you take another loan. The relationship is healed.
The relationship is healed
Yeah.
and it's getting better.
Yes.
A lot to learn, guys. A lot to learn, and Hannah is doing a very good job so far, just to help us understand this whole process. So, if you have any questions, go to the comment section, type any dispute-related questions there. We are going to sample them. Hannah is here; she's going to help us answer all the questions. Also on YouTube, Metropol TV Kenya, any questions, type them on the comment section. We will sample them. We're going to answer all of those questions. So let's talk about disputes, Hannah, right? What kind of disputes can be referred to Tatua Center?
Okay. So initially, Tatua Center used to handle CRB related disputes by
Yes.
nature of its establishment, as I have given a historical perspective.
Yes.
But in 2022, the center was able to expand its mandate to be able to handle all credit related disputes.
Credit related.
Credit, as long as it's loan related, we are able to handle that.
Okay.
And we are handling that for majority of banks right now. And so we have gone beyond the element of credit information sharing
Yes.
because you realize that CIS and being listed is part of a credit process.
Yes.
And so now we are able to handle disputes within the credit market.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're saying all credit related.
Credit related,
So
not
mtu
family,
asikuje
mtu
na kesi ya
asikuje na
shamba,
yes.
wanang'ang'ania shamba sijui
Na
wapi. This is a divorce, na
Yeah.
shamba and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Tatua ideal nazo.
I feel now.
So now a dispute has come to your desk. How do you verify the accuracy of the disputed information?
Or like the credit report, because the basis of the dispute, let's say it's a credit report
Yes.
dispute.
Yes.
It is maybe not credit. We are not even listed,
Yes.
but it is a credit dispute. So the difference there.
Yes.
So when it is a credit listing dispute, we will look at the credit report. We will be able to understand it and explain it to you. And you will tell us, I do not agree with Bank C
Yes.
that says that I owe 100,000. I paid and I only owe 50.
Yes.
As I have said, mediation is a very informal process.
Mm.
And we will call the other party or your lender and we'll tell them the customer is saying they only owe 50. So come with their statement, come with every documentation, including the loan agreement and everything.
Yes.
So they will also first of all send us those documents in advance and we will be able to look at them.
Yeah.
But at the mediation table now, the bank or the credit provider will be saying this, the customer will be saying this. Mediators are trained and accredited by the judiciary, by the way.
Okay.
So we have a way of extracting issues that need to be dealt with within your district. And so we highlight, let's say, you came thinking, because people come with temperatures a bit high.
Yes.
So you come thinking that you have 10 issues, but we reduce them into 3 major issues, for example. So we take issue 1, and the bank is able to establish that, or you, within the discussion, you're able to establish that you actually paid, you have your receipts, but that money has not been reflected in your statement. And so it's a discussion. We agree that for sure this customer does not owe 100, they owe 50.
Yeah.
And that is agreed. And that is an issue settled. We move to the next issue and the next issue. At the end of the day, maybe the bank will tell me, because of the duration of time, because of blah, blah, 1, 2, 3, we are ready to receive 20.
Yeah.
As full and final settlement of this amount. Okay. That is what happens in most instances. So we will tell you then pay the bank 20 within that date, or within the agreed number of days, and then this matter will be resolved. So once that matter is resolved at that point, Now that is the information you bring back to CRB,
Yes.
or you take back as a bank to the CRB and say, we have looked at this customer. Now we want you to update the information as follows: that they owe 20,000 and they have cleared. So
Yes.
when the customer pays, see, now it's cleared.
Clear.
The account is
So now
closed.
the account is
Now
closed.
from there, you will wait for your 5 years
Yeah.
for the record to be removed from the bureau. But anybody checking that record will be able to tell that the customer has fully paid.
So there's a
And that is
whole
something, allow me,
verification process.
Alan,
Yes.
to emphasize that fact, that a bureau data is reflective of your true possession at the bank.
Yes.
It is very unlikely that the bureau will be saying that you owe 50, and because that is the information they receive from the bank.
Yeah.
And some customers have this idea that the bureaus create figures. The bureaus just reflect what they have been given, right? And so once it is corrected, the bank will advise the bureau,
Yeah.
not the other way around.
The other way around.
And your bureau report will be updated to reflect the true position of that account. Yeah.
Yeah, and we are all partners in this.
Yes.
So that's why it's called credit information sharing. We share information with the
Assist.
lenders and all and all.
Yeah.
So you're saying that there is a whole verification process before people come to the table and just have like a gentleman's agreement, as you say, and at a very affordable price, isn't
Yes,
it?
but I do not want to call it a gentleman's agreement. We'll go into that.
Okay. So a dispute has come, you've gone through the whole process. What are the possible outcomes after your investigations are complete?
Okay. Largely, we will deal with the real dispute at a mediation forum.
Yeah.
And so out of that mediation, we'll walk away saying that we came with 5 issues. We've been able to resolve the date, like the date we have been able to solve 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
In most instances, you will resolve all the issues. And so you will walk out of there with what we call a settlement.
Okay.
So as much as mediation is an informal process, and you realize that even courts are encouraging people and sending a lot of the disputes to mediation.
Yes.
The moment you agree, that agreement is signed
Yeah.
by both parties, and it becomes a binding contract. And so from there, you can enforce it. Now it is not the informal discussions that you had, you even give each other discounts and everything.
No, it's a
Now
serious
it is
contract.
a serious contract
People are signing
that if
contracts now.
anyone does not honor,
Yes.
then you enforce it through the court process.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I know there must be customer rights when disputing, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what rights do customers have when disputing credit information with you guys?
Oh, I think I actually did not answer completely.
Yeah.
I should have also stated that the moment the disputants agree on something that will call for correction of the information that is held at the bureau, then the institution will go back, right to the bureau and say, please correct this information to reflect the following.
Yes.
Because of that discussion that we have had. And so maybe the customer has been able to show that they actually owe 50 and not 100. So the bureau will be updated that it is now 50. So that is correction.
That is
And the
correction.
customer has a right to correction. The customer also has a right to access. You have a right to access the information that is at the bureau about you.
Yes.
And that is why the law provides for even a free credit report per annum.
Yes.
And for convenience, you may just do the Stafford with rehash and have your credit. Then what you pay for is the convenience. If it is your first credit report
First
within that year,
Yes.
not the credit report itself.
Yes.
And so you have a right to access, you have a right to correction, you have a right to deletion. So if the information is erroneous, your bank will inform the bureau, delete this.
Yes.
Then you have even a right now to be forgotten, because after the 5 years, you're forgotten.
Yes.
Your information is removed from the bureau. And to have an amendment, so the bank may not be able to, may not agree with you 100%.
Yeah.
And so if, for example, you were saying is an amendment that will happen to reflect the true borrowing date.
Yeah.
And so that's another right. And then they have finally a right to take their dispute to ADR. That is, I think, in Regulation 29, you can take your dispute to ADR, which is the Tatua Center.
Yes.
You can take it to the Central Bank of Kenya according to the law, and you can take it to the Court of Law.
Court of
So
law.
those are also customers have.
So as a customer, you have so many rights. But you can never know if there are any issues with your credit report if you do not have that report first. So the first thing you need to do is get your Metropol credit report. So easy, as Hannah was saying, at the convenience of your home, in your car, wherever you are, just star 433 hash. If you have a smartphone, go to Google Play Store, download our Cristobal app, get your credit report. If it is the first time you're registering, you'll only pay 100 shillings. But once you register, you have a right to get free credit report every single year. If you've not gotten your credit report this year for free, star 433 hash, pick credit report, we will send it to you for free. Now, we've had issues here at the bureau where someone has an issue with an existing lender. The lender or the company was closed, fired, or a merger, all those stuff. And I know that some of these cases is sent to Tatua Center. How do you help these customers?
Okay. So first of all, I think some of that would be captured at the bureau process,
Yes.
within the bureau process. So if you have an institution that does exist, the law is very, I would say, especially the CRB regulations.
Yeah.
So the bureau will write to an existent institution to tell them that this customer is here and they are doing their credit report.
Yes.
The 21 days will lapse.
Yeah.
The bureau will definitely not receive any information because the institution is non-existent.
Yeah.
The law says in such a case, the customer must be given the benefit of doubt.
Okay.
And so the bureau will delete that information, and that is it. The information is deleted, and you can go and enjoy your life. Then there's another case where now um, the lender is inexistent. You're saying that the loan was not taken or something. So you will file a dispute. And so if at the dispute table now, and you come to Tatua and we have a mediation, and this institution cannot prove that they gave you a loan, then what is the basis of them retaining you in the bureau? Why? And I know we have had situations where institutions come and when they retrieve the loan documents, the account opening documents, they realize that actually this is a different person.
Yeah.
So at that point, we leave with an agreement that the institution is going to delete that customer because you don't. So in such a case, now the outcome is a yeah. There are times when the bureau will also, sorry, the bank will also be able to prove that you actually owe. There are customers out there who are not true also.
A lot of them.
And so if we confirm that you indeed owe and now you agree and you realize then ni kulipa. Si tutakubaliana vile utalipa hiyo loan.
And you kulipa on time. But there are instances where this institution was existing, right? But because of a thing or two, they closed down completely. Now you had paid them before they closed down. Your information is still with the bureau.
Okay.
And you want it updated.
Okay.
Because now probably it has gone to be negatively listed and it's affecting your financial positions and all. How do you guys deal with that?
Alan, I don't think that is an account that will reach to us as Tatua because the moment the institution does not exist, if it's a merger, there is another outfit now which can respond to such a letter asking them to confirm that this customer owes money.
Yes.
But when this institution does not exist, then I imagine that there will be no response to the bureau. Because the bureau is supposed to give this institution a 21 days within which to respond and say, for sure, this customer owes me money.
Yes.
If there is no response, the law says delete as a bureau.
Yes.
So that kind of dispute is very unlikely to come to us.
It is.
Because the bureau will have deleted that information.
So, for individuals seeking to file a dispute with Tatua Center, what are the procedures they follow?
Okay, so I know you will receive that letter from Metropol, for example. It will tell you your bank has paid with you, and so go to Tatua.
And you don't feel nice about
and you don't feel nice about that retention. And so they'll tell you, come to Tatua at Kenya School of Monetary Studies, Thika Road. They'll also give you a number, which I think I should. You can also write us an email at Tatua, TATUA, Tatua at Tatua Center. Center is CENTER.
Yes.
.co.ke. You can also call us We have a number that I can read out to you, if you allow me.
Yes, we will. So the kwanza just need to check Tatua kama Kiswahili kabisa.
Kabisa.
TATUA Kiswahili kabisa. Tatua at Tatua Center. Hapo kwa center sasa kidogo changamoto kizungumkuti. CENTER. Si hiyo ya ingine ya RE. Sawa. Tatua at Tatua Center.
.co.ke.
So you will also give the mobile number.
So we also have a number. So I would advise customers to either call us or visit us at Kenya School of Monetary Studies. That is Thika Road as you ingia Mathare North Road.
Yes.
Tuko hapo on your left.
Yeah.
So you will come and ask at the gate that to be allowed to visit Tatua offices. Be brought to our office. Number 2, you can email us at tatua@tatuacenter.co.ke, and you can also call us through our number, which I am trying to get, which is 0712 97 33 45.
Okay.
0712 97 33 45, and we will be able to help you.
Thank you very much. Now, without giving details, Hannah, have there been any disputes that have ever been referred to the Center for mediation and ended up being resolved amicably? And I know you've talked a lot about resolving these disputes in the table.
I'm so happy, Alan, to say that 95% of the disputes that come to Tatua are resolved amicably.
Okay.
Parties shake hands. They are happy. They drink tea and take our maji, and they are happy to continue banking with each other. You know, the customer is happy to continue banking.
Yes.
In fact, there's one customer who had come with a friend for moral support. You know, in disputes.
It's a
serious thing.
It's a serious thing.
But as I have said, our process is informal. So you will be surprised that it is a very friendly environment. And so when they came, they were very angry and everything.
Yeah.
You just give them time. Mediators are trained, and so they know how to dissolve some of those tensions.
Yeah.
By the time they were walking out of that dispute with an institution that is a microfinance institution, and I will not mention name, they were happy to the extent that the institution promised to refinance this customer, and at the same time, the friend they came with left. They went to the institution to open an account. So
you make it easy for
it's a very easy process.
Yeah.
You will be surprised.
So are there outcomes or are the outcomes of mediation legally binding to the listing institutions?
They are at the point where you sign what we call a settlement.
Okay.
The outcome of the mediation process, if it is successful, is a settlement agreement.
It is.
That settlement agreement is a proper agreement that is binding upon parties. And so if, for example, it is a matter that is already in court, because there are matters that come to Tatua and they're in court, that is now the agreement that you take to the court and say that we met this is what we have agreed. Then the court will enter that as a judgment. In other instances, now where the matter is not in court, you are bound by the terms of that agreement. And if you do not abide by them, then the customer or whoever is aggrieved can now go to court on the basis of this contract.
Okay. Now, what happens if the listing institution fails to honor that agreement?
So if the listing institution fails, what we do a follow-up after mediation, just to ensure that whatever was agreed has been done. So first of all, we will call this institution because majority of them are our members. And we will ask, what is the problem? Why are you not? It is very unlikely. Actually, we've not had a situation at all where the listing institution has failed to abide by the agreement. But now, if in a worst case, the customer would now be encouraged maybe to go to court, file a case based on this agreement, which the court now will enforce because it is a binding agreement.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, someone here can just ask, like, what if I paid a loan that I had defaulted and the lender had a batch number? That's so easy. You can always talk to the financial institution. Just ask them to assist you with the batch number so that you can update their account. Because those are just update issues.
Yeah.
And they happen a lot. Sometimes maybe you don't have those contacts. So you take up our contacts your lender. We do have all those contacts because they are our partners. So you can reach out to us. We could help you with the contacts. Kama imeshindikana, we can help you on your behalf. We can help reach out to the lender to put a batch number and your account will be updated. limited. So as we finish, Hannah, what are some of the measures Tatua Center have in place to collect feedback from the customers about their experience?
Okay. For those who go all the way to mediation, we have a mediation feedback form. So it gives us feedback in terms of, are you happy?
Yeah.
Are you satisfied? Blah blah blah. And what do we need to improve? And so we learn from that. In other instances, we have had customers. I know not all testimonials are on our website,
Yes.
but you will find we have
Yes.
of our customers who we ask, would you like to recommend Tatua to anyone? And they want to be recorded in a video.
Yes.
And they encourage people to come to Tatua. So that is how we collect feedback. We also collect feedback in our training forums, especially where we have now dealt with disputes emanating from the banking sector. Let's just say the credit providers.
Yes.
They will now give us feedback in forums, like in trainings, on how we can improve.
Yes.
And I would say so far so good. Yeah.
Yeah, and someone who's not visited your website yet, they need to, because there's loads and loads of information there. I've seen videos myself.
Yeah.
I've also just frequently asked questions.
Yeah.
So someone can always learn.
Someone can always learn. We
Yes.
also have some YouTube videos
Yes.
called Own Your Credit. So if you type Own Your Credit, you will find videos that will educate you even more
Yeah.
on CIS and how to lodge your dispute and how to take charge of your own credit.
Yes. Yeah, so if you are not able to join this live feed on our Facebook page, Metropol CRB, or our YouTube channel, Metropol TV Kenya, this video will still be up. You can go check it out any other time. If you have questions, you can always ask, and we will be more than glad to answer. Now, as we finish, Hannah, do you have any last words to the general public? Anything that you'd like to say?
Yes, we had a high school teacher who used to tell us, don't die alone. There is help out here.
Yes.
Please come to us.
Yeah.
Some burdens look so heavy when you're alone, but the moment you share them, then they become lighter. There are people out here who can help you with CRB disputes, with credit disputes. Don't die there. Come, speak. Reach out to us, reach out to Metropol.
Yes.
We are always willing. We have a very able and willing team that will help you in your dispute process.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. We are always willing. Tatua Center is a major partner of ours that we work together, and we have a functional dispute office here at Metropol CRB that helps with all these issues. Now, Hannah Ndarwa is a registrar at Tatua Center. Thank you so much, Hannah, for coming.
You're welcome.
This has been a very, very good conversation, and we're going to keep this. We're also going to send it to you. You can share with your people on your YouTube channel and all. So again, if you're going to watch this later, please send all those questions that we have. If you're not able to help with them, Hannah will come in and will help with that. So thank you very much. As always, you'll get us here every single Friday, 11 a.m. live on Facebook, Metropol CRB, and also live on X, Metropol CRB. If you want to check us out on Instagram, metropol.crb, but you can also watch this on YouTube, Metropol TV Kenya. If you want to get your credit report or to know your credit score, star 433 hash is the number you need to remember. Star 433 hash. Get whatever service that you want there. If you have a smartphone, Android enabled, go to Google Play Store, download our Crystal Ball app, you'll be able to get all these services there. We also have a call center that is operational Monday to Friday, 7 in the morning to 8:30 p.m. Our call center number 0709 834 000. 0709 834 000. Thank you so much for keeping us company. On behalf of the whole crew, Collins behind the camera, Lawrence making sure that this live feed is coming to you live and clear, but yours as well, supporting from behind the scenes. We say thank you very much. Up until next Friday, see you same place,